Hey guys, it's your girl Leslie, and welcome to my channel. So,
With me and you'll be I'm vulnerable, I'm vulnerable. I am not a robot. You're lovable, so lovable.
Someone wrote this song before, and I could tell you where it's from. Before 7362251 to put my mind at ease.
so guys, it's been a little bit. I apologize for that. It's totally my fault. And psych, it has barely been a little bit because I posted a video recently. But I gotta say, this one's gonna be a little bit more complicated because since the chapters are more separated and more endings, because there's about 4 brothers or more. So basically 4 brothers: Offender Man, ugly as hell; Sunderman, ignorant boy; Trenderman, fashionista; and Splendorman, the happy dude. Why did they turn you into a Yandere? Anyways, continuing. There's about 3 parts that I could find in this whole thing, and as you can see, this is filled with stuff. I ain't gonna spoil all of it. Tee. But I'm gonna try my best to make it nice and short as much as I can, because this is gonna get an inch complicated. And if I miss any parts, I will just make another video and read those parts. Or just combine the videos and do that if I can, and if I can't, sorry. Also, wanted to let you guys know, side note, I did get a haircut. This is what it looks like. Hopefully it shows up to the screen this time. But yes, I look fucking fabulous. Yes. Some people need to hype me up, because honestly, like, my friend barely hyped me up. Like, literally, one of my friends was like, no, why? And I was like, because I can. Problem? But my other friends hyped me up, thankfully. That would have decreased my spirit. But I look like a crackhead at the moment. Because I'm so tired and exhausted. Because band needed me like at 7:15 in the freaking morning. Ugh. Well, anyways, continuing on with the story, because this is going to be pretty damn long. And I might need to make a part 2 of this story. But hopefully not, because I ain't trying to separate videos more than I already have in the past. So I guess let's get started with this. Yandere, Slender Brothers, ex-femme, not femme. Y'all can change that into just reader. I will try and put they, them pronouns, so you guys can act like I said whatever gender you want. Part 1. Your point of view. My life was pretty normal. I lived with my twin sister in a house. It wasn't a huge mansion or anything, but it wasn't a poor house. I wasn't complaining. I was happy. You see, my sister, Neela, didn't look exactly like me. She was 2 minutes younger than me and a few inches shorter than me. Her hair was very long and her hair color was a lighter color than my hair. Her eyes were gray, and she was very childish and friendly. She was very special to me. She wouldn't hurt a fly and always forgave. Oh, and not to forget the fact that the last few weeks she wouldn't stop talking about the Slender Brothers. She told me a lot about them, and that they were monsters from the internet. I knew Slender Man from the game, but not his brothers. She became very obsessed about it, knew everything about them. It made me happy that she had something to fangirl over, because it made me happy to see her cheerful smile when she talked about them. Even if she looks like an innocent and nice girl, she sure loves creepy things. However, I felt as if she kept secrets from me. Every night she would spend time in the kitchen talking and laughing to herself, and I swear I could hear more voices. But when I asked her, she always told me that I was probably tired and imagining things. I caught her many times talking and doing some things when I'm not around, but I never knew what. This whole thing made me suspicious. I had to know what was with her. I needed to know. And you might regret that. One night, I told her that I would be going to a friend's house for a sleepover. I lied. I hid in a good spot and waited for the moment she would go to the kitchen and talk to herself again. Then, I saw her finally entering the kitchen. "Okay, you can come out," I hear her whisper/yelling. What? My eyes widened when I saw them. The Slender brothers. "Hello again, sweetie." Offenderman, cut it out, brother. "Hello, Layla. How was your day?" Sighs. "Hello, child." Okay, guys. Layla giggled. "Slender, you know I'm not a child, right?" she said in a teasing tone, but then smiled. "Hello, everyone. This time we are going to spend more time together, since my sister is at a sleepover." Sleepover? That's amazing! I also want to have a sleepover. I hope she'll have fun. Don't worry, Splendor Man. We will be able to have a sleepover someday. Maybe today? Layla smiled at him as Splendor's face lit up. "Layla, I believe this is not a good idea. Having a sleepover with a perverted brother with the name of Offenderman." The name Offenderman. Trenderman, I suppose, glared at Offenderman. Yeah, I know who they are, since she showed me many pictures of them to me. "It's fine, Trendy. He wouldn't do anything. He's a good friend of mine, just like all of you. And I know he would never try anything. To me, at least." She giggled, making Offender smile at her. Sighs. "Fine, if you say so. Anyway, I made some clothes for you." Trendy smiled and gave to my sister a pack of clothing. "Aw, thank you, Trendy." My sister smiled and hugged him as Trenderman gave her a few pats on her shoulder. Wow, they seem to be friendly towards my sister. I never expected that. Is she really safe with them? I believe so, even though I still haven't met them. But they seem nice. But I still can't believe they're real. Or that or that they live in this house. How did they end up here? And why did she hide them from me? "Layla, I feel like someone's in here," Slender explained. That made everyone freeze, even me. My sister looked a bit anxious, but at least she had them. I had nobody. God. Would they try to hurt me if I showed myself? But if I showed myself, Layla would stop them from hurting me. Okay, fine, I'm getting out. I slowly got out from my hiding spot. Their eyes widened at me, and I looked on the floor, and I bit my lip and moved my foot nervously. "Hey, Layla," I muttered. She stared fearfully. I'm sorry, this is too funny to me. Layla stared fearfully at me, not knowing how to react. "How did you... But with the sleepover, I can explain." "It's fine, Layla, calm down. I won't tell anyone, I promise." I put my hand in the air as if I was showing her that it's okay, and I gave a small smile. She exhaled. "But what about I lied about the sleepover. You were just acting strange lately, and I got suspicious. So I lied and wanted to see what you would have been up to lately." I sweated. She smiled and put her hand on my shoulder. "It's okay, Sissy. As long as you promise not to tell anyone, it's gonna be okay. Promise?" I smiled and nodded. "Yes, promise." She smiled widely and gave me a bear hug, and I slowly returned it before pulling away. I looked at the brothers and smiled at them. Hello, dear. My name is Slenderman, but call me Slender. It's nice to finally meet you, Ian. Wait, how does he know my name? Your sister told us your name. In case you're wondering, yes, I can read minds. My eyes widen. That's so cool. I felt him smile a bit. I'm Trender, and your sister has told us a lot about you. Name's Offender Doll. They all glare at him. And my name is Splenderman. It's nice to finally meet you, Ian. I bet we can be friends and have fun. Said sorry. Splendor gig cheering, making me giggle. Nice to meet you guys too. Oh gosh. Now let's do a short would you rather for a nice break. Would you rather, for 2 nights, be stuck in an abandoned hospital with Jeff the Killer, or be stuck in an abandoned amusement park with Laughing Jack? You guys choose. What would you rather? Please type it in the comments down below, because this is gonna get interesting. And then if you can, make your own would you rather, and maybe I might use it for a video. We might make this the normal thing, because this is actually would be pretty fun. But what would I do? I don't know. I don't honestly know, because if we think about it, Laughing Jack teleports and everything. Just the Killer here runs super fast with a knife. I don't want to get teared apart. At least I get stabbed, but I don't get teared to stretch and be stuffed with candy. So I'm going to go with Jeff the Killer, because I ain't suffering or getting tortured that badly. No, ma'am. I at least want to be able to see my face. Oh, true. My body again. But anyways, let's go to part 2. My goodness, this is a lot of freaking stories. Hey, sorry guys, I'm back. There was an ad. But this is Slender Brothers X freaking Reader Part 2. Wish me luck. Your point of view. It's been so many months since I met the Slender Brothers. We all spend time together when we're at home. Offender usually tried to flirt with me. Slender would kick his ass for this. Trender would make me close, and Splendor would let me climb onto his back, and he would run around the house with me. Life is so fun. Well, that was until I found a boyfriend. I'd fallen in love with someone. They loved me back, and they became my lover. They are a sweetheart. I haven't told my sister, but I was planning to. But at the moment, she was at her friend's sleepover. She said she would stay for 4 days. Yeah. So it was just me and the brothers. It was time to tell them that about my lover. I called them to the living room. Guys, I have some great news to tell you. I had a huge smile on my face. They smiled, seeing me happy. I have a lover. They were so sweet and beautiful. They are a little bit childish and nerdy, but I love them. I blushed saying that. My smile fell noticing their faces. They didn't look very happy. Their faces were hidden by shadows. I started worrying. Guys? What's the matter? Tell us, Wyan. Are we not good enough? Tender asked me softly. What? I gasped as I felt Slenderman's tentacles wrap around me, not allowing me to move. I tried to say something, but he spoke. Haven't you realized what you mean to us, dear? Slender held me more tight, almost choking me. Good. I tried my best to breathe, but there was no point. Doll, we love you. You're just so precious. We treat you like a princess. But you? Is this how you think us? Offender growled. That's a shame, Mayan. I thought you knew better. Splendor said in a sad tone, and his cheering face replaced with a frown. My vision started to blur and get black as I started to feel as if death was near. I closed my eyes, accepting my awful fate. Just then, tentacles let go of me and let me fall to the floor. I kept my eyes closed, hoping that this would end soon. I feel some slender fingers caressed my cheek. Now, don't faint on us, doll. We still have a lot of things to do. I moved my head away, slowly gaining back my powers. Slender was gonna grab me, but as he got close, I gave him a strong kick on his non-existent face, making him back up and hold his face. Big mistake. He slowly looked at me with a dark look. Well, I guess it can't be helped. He mentioned something to the others. They smirked evilly and approached me. As I backed away and shook in fear as they trapped me in the corner. Time for a punishment then. Okay, so, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way to part 3. This is a weird time skip. Okay, we're back, but now I'm kind of mad because I just saw 2 more parts for proxies, and other stories. So you know what, guys? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go all the way down as much as I can, and I'm going to try to find these parts. And if I don't, I will just make another video separating them, and I will explain for it to make more sense. And then hopefully you guys can watch those 2 videos because they will be in a playlist. You guys can just find them because I'm probably going to be putting the same image, so it just makes more sense and you know what to pick. And that is literally the best I can do. I'm very sorry, guys. I am so sorry. But that's like the best I can do because this person been like switching a room and everywhere. So I apologize. I really do. But remember, if you guys want to read this on your own, there's a link to in the description so you guys don't get fully angry at me. Anyways, continuing. This is part 3. I think it's time to get the punishment. I'm honestly not sure. Continuing.
One last pick and I'll be gone. Make it count, put the flash on. Never really felt like I belong, so I'll be on my way and I won't be long. I'll be
You. Why then? You should eat something, Splendor said, breaking the silence as he placed a plate of spaghetti and meatballs in front of me. No thanks, I said coldly, my back turned to him as I still caught up against my bed facing the wall. But please? Do it for me, okay? You need to eat something, or you'll get sick. I'm not hungry. Leave, I said, growling a bit. I couldn't see him, but I could see the frown and his smile fall. Alright. Just make sure you eat later, okay? I say nothing as I heard him slowly walk away before pausing. My brothers and I really love you. You know that. We do this for your own safety. I gritted my teeth in anger. No, I wasn't safe with them. They horrified me. They kept me locked in here. They bruised me up, hurt me, harassed me, raped me, broke me. Is this for my own safety? Splendor noticed my reaction inside. I'm so sorry about that. They didn't mean to hurt you. We didn't mean to hurt you. You just made us upset. We had to do something about it. But listen, I forgive you, okay? I promise I'll always be there for you no matter what. Just leave. Please. I hid my face in my arms. Fine. You'll soon understand how much we love you, but for now, you need some time alone, he said as he left and locked the door. Splendor felt hurt by my words. I started feeling guilty about my behavior towards him. I didn't want to make him sad. After all, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't bad. I mean, sure, he was horrifying when he was angry after all. Mm. Yup. But he was kind. His behavior could be adorable, childish, and caring. I always felt calmer when he was around than the others. He was the only one who didn't harass me physically. Like a fender, for an example. I growled just by the thought of him. Of course, he never really had a happy past, just like all of them. But there was never an excuse of what they did to me. Why, and it's me, I'm coming in. I heard a voice from outside. Trender unlocked the door and revealed my precious sister, a tired and sad face. She ran to me and hugged me tight, crying, "I missed you." I slowly hugged her back with a sad frown. I could have cried if I didn't waste my tears earlier. I missed you too. I noticed Trender looking at me. He looked away as I noticed him staring at me. "You have 10 minutes by clock," he said, and he locked the door just in case and disappeared. "Are you okay? What happened to you?" "Everything." She found by my words. What do you mean? May I know? They terrorized me, hurt me, raped me, took my innocence away from me, I said, tears filling my eyes as her eyes widened and her face went numb. "I'm scared and hurt. I don't want to be alone. I don't trust them. We don't feel safe in our own home, Layla." I said, gripping her onto her shoulders. She closed her eyes as tears made their way down her cheeks. "It's my fault that you are suffering. And I didn't bring them here. We could have been watching Netflix while eating junk now," she said with a chuckle. Was a sad chuckle. "No, none of this is your fault. I shouldn't have put my nose into your business." This is how we spent our time, talking, crying, hugging each other, until we had to be it has to be put to an end. "Your time is up. You should leave, Layla." Ginger said patiently and gently. Layla quickly hugged me while whispering to me in my ear, "I love you." Before I could hug her back, she walked towards the door, staring at me with her eyes and mouth. "Be safe." Then the door closed, leaving me alone once again. Time skip. And guys, before I continue, if I didn't put a trigger warning or anything like that, I am so sorry. I don't know what's in this chapter. It's all brand new to me. I apologize. Definitely I'm gonna try my best to locate this and put a warning. Because this is sad as fuck and I don't want no one to get triggered. Okay, time skip. Someone knocked the door some hours later and opened it to be Trender. I glared his way, not looking at him. "You two now? That is not quite a polite way to greet someone." "Yeah, but what you said to me was very kind. Of course I'm the rude one here," he said as he slowly approached and sat next to me, his hand making his way to my back as if he was attempting to comfort me, but he pulled away once he saw I moved a bit further away from him. Sadness doesn't suit your beautiful face, sweetheart. I don't have time to concentrate on my beautiful face. Listen, don't see this place as a prison. We are here to offer you the love and needs you need. We never wanted to get to this point. It was hard. It was just hard since you struggled to leave us so badly. I still cannot fully understand the reason why I am captured here." I stood and looked at him. "We all love and care about you. We just wanted to live happily with you. We wanted you to accept us, but you didn't. And you still don't. And since we know that Since you know that if we leave, you are going to cause trouble, we thought it'd be better to keep you here for a while till you gain our trust. Gain their trust? That's it. I can pretend like I'm slowly falling for them until I gain their trust and so they won't notice. It was so hard not to smile and just show how excitement for my new escape plan. Do you understand now? Yes. He seemed so relieved and brought him close to me and gave me a side hug as he kissed my head and he got up. By the way, do you need anything? No, not really, I said skeptical, thinking, all right, if you need anything, just tell me. I will hear you. And with that, he left. A smile appeared on my lips. Hee hee hee. Escape plan number 1 takes action. Okay. This will be interesting. But I'm scared to read the rest of this. I really am. I'm reconsidering. Okay, time skip. The next morning, I woke up by a fender knocking and unlocking my door. I glared at him with hatred, but then remembered I have to act good and obedient. So I go with a sigh. What's the matter, offender? Look. Yesterday, my brothers and I discussed about a lot of things, and we want you to join us at the table today. You've been inside here for quite some time, and it's not good for you. Anyway, the pancakes are ready. Come on, let's eat before they get cold. Spender doesn't like the idea of the food he made, wasting the food he made. I said I'm frozen, trying to understand what he really said what I heard or not. He smiled a bit and rose his head an inch. Come on, you seriously love this room that much by not leaving? I quickly got up and followed after Offender. Since his back was facing me, I managed to crack a big happy smile, even as if I just dropped heaven. You know, you were somewhat lucky. I looked to the back of his head as he spoke. What do you mean? I mean, you're lucky enough that you only live with 4 of us and not the rest of us. The rest of you? What do you mean? I repeated the question as he stopped walking. Me still walking, I accidentally pushed my body against his back and took a step back. He didn't seem to mind at all. He faced me with a smile. Our other brothers are not here. They're still far away. I'm not sure when they will return. I felt chills running down my spine. Offender chuckled. Well, you see, there is also Randy Man, Lover Man, Surrender Man. Oh, gosh. I actually spat out really quickly. He covered my mouth. He gave a short laugh before walking in as I ran to catch up to him. Don't worry, they're not bad like Offender is. He growled, somewhat angry and sarcasm. Offender, of course, was known to be the worst. He wasn't really happy about that. You are the worst bitch. I remained silent before we got to the kitchen. Everyone looked at me. I can't tell if I want to read this or not. Like, I'm just reconsidering because I'm scared for you guys. Okay, Slenderman was holding a pan while cooking eggs. Slender was reading a newspaper. Seriously, I'm still clueless of how they're supposed to see and read without eyes. And Trender was drinking coffee. Without a mouth, of course. Yet they have a mouth on their mouth. The fuck? Good morning, dear. Slender spoke in a low voice. Good to see you again, Trender said as he took a sip of his coffee. And Slender smiled a little bit. Did you have a good sleep? I gave a small nod to him, like I didn't. I'm depressed bean. I turned my gaze at my feet as if they were most interested to stare at. That would be the food, cause oof. A fender gave me a light push to sit. I was got this author. I love this author. And sat next to Slender Man, since there was no other places to sit. Of course. Asshole. I slowly kicked my legs back and forth by being anxious as I waited for breakfast. Slender, softly humming voice kind of eased the quiet and awkward silence, which I secretly appreciated. However, I was still big comfortable as I felt everyone glance at me once in a while. I felt like my mom was gonna fly away to other things, and didn't notice Slender placing pancakes and eggs in my plate, making me flinch like, huh? Breakfast is ready. Have a try. Don't be shy. That was when I noticed he was wearing some apron with some colorful littles like Kiss the Cook. I kind of found it adorable. Suddenly, he grabbed my fork and knife, cut a piece of pancake with a happy and adorable smile, and proceeded to feed me. Come on, Ryan. Say, ah. I looked away in embarrassment, but opened my mouth anyway, allowing him to feed me. Slender seemed annoyed by this action. Just as Slender was about to give me another mouthful, he pushed his hand away. That is enough, Slender. Don't act like she's your baby. She is our baby. Offender corrected with a smirk, making Slender look at him before glancing back at Slender. I need to use the bathroom. I suddenly blurted out in embarrassment. Treasure was the first one to stand up. Follow me, I'll guide you to the bathroom. But wait, what do you mean guide me? This is my house. I explained with a blank face, making everyone face palm. Right. Just don't do anything stupid. Slender said as I quickly rushed to the bathroom. About to do something crazy. I don't know, like, my plan, you know what my plan would be? Getting the other killers involved and saying that they stole some information and that they're looking for a challenge to fight them, and then run away, far away, to Paris or something, like somewhere far away. And you know what? Best yet, try and find a place where they just cannot enter. This should be basically impossible. You can try. I looked in the mirror. Wow. I truly looked like shit. Messy, oily hair, dark circles under my eyes, chapped lips. You can imagine the rest. Oof. Damn, girl. Oof. With a sigh, I did whatever I did. I noticed that the window was open and that it was really close to the ground. I could climb down with ease. I could be free. I could get help. I would finally have freedom. However, those were not just simple monsters. Oh no, they could easily find me with those non-existent eyes, except Slender. And they were 4, not 1. Who knows the consequences that I would do following after my actions? Could I die? Get locked to that room once again? Something worse? You have 2 choices, guys. Stay or leave. This is the choice if you decide to leave. I'm going to read both choices. Fuck this. I don't care anymore. My life is already ruined, but I'll take the risk. I will find freedom. I will get rid of them. I will live a normal life with Layla. I will. Determination to 100. With a deep inhale, my heart starting to beat as fast as I silently climbed on top of the window. I didn't dare to get anything with me. I would probably get something just in case. When I find people nearby, they will save me and I decided to leave those thoughts aside. I would survive with empty hands outside. All I need at the moment were fast legs. But did I really have that? With a deep breath, I jumped and held my mouth closed as the ground after my feet were met with cold ground. I took a glance to the sky and I saw pure darkness. But it was a happy sight. It mentioned freedom. A drop of rain landed on my cheek was a happy tear that escaped from my tired eyes. My face hardened as I reminded myself I had to run fast, as far as possible while it was still early. This is the most important. Tears ran down my face as I gasped as I ran. My legs were weaker than they used to be, but I still managed to make it. But I would stay as silent as possible because they can hear you, because they don't have any ears, but whatever. But let's continue. I had been running for the past 5 minutes. I would run for hours until I spotted a village not far away. More tears ran as I yelled with all my will, so the whole world hear my screams. Help! I can't scream, y'all. Sorry. Help! Help me! Help! Please help! I asked and hugged when I hit something tall and slim. I opened my eyes and gasped to see the face-to-face with a not-so-happy Slender Man. I tried to yell again, but he shoved me against a tree that was big enough to hide me from the village and covered my mouth and held my body with his tendrils. Why did you run away, YN? I cried and helplessly tried to break free, even though I knew there was no point. His face went closer to mine as he held my face still. Despite his frowning face, his voice seemed calm and warm, at the same time betrayed and emotionless. Do you not want to be with us, do you? The sentence made me stop and just close my eyes in disappointment, as I accepted that it was all over. You feeling happy, YN? Look at me. I looked at him with teary eyes. His sharp fingers moved to my face and cleared my tears away. Talk to me, YN. You know you can tell me anything. That's why I'm here. He spoke with a comforting manner. Between sobs, I spoke. I just wanted to be happy and live a peaceful and happy life with my sister until you came, and I really couldn't find the words to say, but before I could think, I was already being trapped under his warm embrace. I'm sorry for everything, YN. We didn't mean to hurt you. We thought you would get used to us after a while. I guess not, he said with a depressed eye. We didn't want this to end like that. You just feel unhappy. There's a moment of silence before I was between his arms and stared at the ground, sniffling once in a while as he rubbed my head. You're very important to us, you know that. I didn't reply. Maybe you still don't understand how you feel. Neither did I. But now I truly understand your feelings. We all had expectations that deep down you felt the same, but only thing you wanted was to escape. Sorry, YN. I'm really sorry for everything that happened to you. I really wanted you to be happy. I wanted us to be happy. His voice held a depressive tone. Will you forgive him? Yes or no? This is if yes. I smiled. Thank you. He looked at me in confusion. For what? For understanding how I feel. You were the only one I could trust out of everyone. I'm glad that it was you who found me and not the others. His frown turned back into a happy smile as he hugged me tight and gave me kisses in a whole face. I feel so happy you forgave me. You're not mad. You trust me. It made me smile happily, forgetting what he truly is. Slender, did you find the girl? Both of us flinched as we heard Slender's voice. I looked at Slender. Ugh. Whatever, psych. I looked at Slender with a worried look. He looked skeptical, but still gave me a signature to keep quiet as he held into my hand, and with a blink, we were away from that. are we? Isn't it beautiful, Ryan? I wanted you to bring you here. Just the two of us, you know? He said with a laugh, then looked at me and as he held my hands. Ryan, I apologize for everything that happened to you, and no matter what, how much I apologize, it'll never be enough. But please let me have you this time, and I promise that this time we can be happy. I stared at him astonished as he held this, hopefully look into his eyes. We will make it through. No Slender, no Trender, no Offender, just the two of us. And I will help your sister escape, but please give me a chance. I stared at him as he finished talking, as he stared at me with a determined look. I smiled a bit and gave him a kiss on the cheek. You get the chance, my friends. He blushed as his face lit up with happiness as he grabbed me and pulled me closer as we both laughed. I love you, Ian. This is the Slenderman ending. That's actually pretty damn cute. Okay. I don't think there is barely any other endings. There's a Fenderman ending. This is if you choose not to forgive Splendor. You all did awful things to us. I have no idea where my sister is or what she is doing. You abused me, mentally and physically. You even raped me, for God's sakes. How am I supposed to feel okay after this? At first, my voice sounded angry, but slowly started to crack. I cannot forgive you after so much all you did. It destroyed me so much. Why? Splendor looked down in pure sadness. He was hurt. He couldn't even find the words to apologize. He knew it was useless. Anyway, I just want my old life back. Splendor, did you find the girl? Both of us flinched as we heard Splendour's voice. I looked at Splendor with a worried look. Splendor just sighed and faced the ground. Sorry, Ryan. I really am, but I wish there was a better choice. I don't want to go back. Please, they will hurt me. Splendor held my hand tight. Ryan, I won't allow them to hurt you anymore. I'll try to talk to them to make things better. Let's just go. I felt my heart break in disappointment and fear as he gently dragged me to where Slender's and the others were. I kept my gaze on the ground, not wanting to face them after that. What is I can imagine them beating the shit out of me, or even something worse. Brother, I found her. I could even tell that Splendor was afraid. I felt their non-existent eyes glare down at me in a dangerous way, but I didn't dare look up. Splendor stood in front of me and put his hands up in defense. Look, brothers, I need to talk. Get out of the way, Splendor. Offender's voice growled gently. Why needs to face the consequences for her actions. Trender crossed his arm. Just listen to me for a second. Why is hurt, tired, and scared? Splendor. Slender's stern and horrifying voice growled, making Splendor silent. Give me the girl now. Splendor thought about it. Then his face turned to anger. No. Splendor, do as I say unless you want a punishment. After a few seconds, Splendor finally moved out of the way, making me reveal to the three strong creatures. As I was praying that nothing serious would happen, I felt Splendor step closer to me as he stared down to me. I'm scared. So, you tried to run away. No matter how nice we were to you lately, that was your thank you. We let you free, trusted you, and that's how you repay us? I flinched and tightened my grip to keep myself from losing control. You are in serious trouble, YN. I'm really disappointed at you. I guess you still have a lot to learn. We will have you locked up there once again. But this time, I doubt that I will let you free, he said, as if he was he was a parent being mad at his child for getting low grades. But this was worse. I'm sorry. Yeah. They all looked at me. What? These men would not. I would beat every. My goodness. Oh. I'm sorry. I cried louder this time as my eyes turned at him, tears rolling down my face. I'm sorry for trying to escape because I wanted a normal, peaceful, and happy life with my sister. Sorry that I'm not good enough to pleasure all of you. I'm sorry that being a human with emotions and weak enough. Slender yelled as he grabbed me in with his tendrils and pulled me close to him. I could feel his glare on me. You're going back home, young lady, to pay for your actions. Times get broken. That's how they left me. Walked inside the torn and messy room, like a broken doll that was left behind. They did far worse things to me than they usually did. While they did so, they locked Splendy in some other room, and I could hear him crying as he heard me crying. I felt awful for treating Slenderman the way I did previously. He was now suffering because of me. He was the only one who cared for me. They didn't even allow him to bandage, stitch, or heal my wounds, bruises, and cuts. I was hurt and broken. I lost all hope. I just felt like I was just a doll, a puppet for them. All my thoughts were just pushed aside when I heard the door open. I turned to see a fender man. I glared at him before I turned and looked away. I'm taking you out of here. You're coming with me, he simply said as he felt his pale tendrils cover my mouth and picked me up, grabbed me by my wrist as he teleported out into the dark forest. I was confused and shocked, but at the same time angry. He gave a sigh and leaned against the tree. Look, about previously, I was mad. Mad for trusting you. I trusted you, and you let out of that room, hoping things would get better, but instead, you decided to leave. That made me feel a little bit guilty. A bit. Why did you bring me here? I was annoyed, even though I was annoyed. I was curious. He looked up at the sky. It was filled with stars. It's a good night, I suppose. So I decided to bring you here since clean air wasn't bad from now and then. I thought you didn't trust me. Want to go back to the room of hell? No! Just asking. I was just asking. Look, no matter the mistakes you did, I forgive you. You know, at first, I loved to see the fear for your life. It was adorable, really pleasuring. But it doesn't feel the same now. He faced the ground. I also don't like the idea of sharing you with them. What the hell do you mean by share? We made an agreement to share you with so no problems would occur. However, it just doesn't feel right. Slender, that bastard, acts like he's a boss just because he's the older brother. But he's wrong. He always acts so mature and everything. Plus, he went a little bit too far while punishing you. I remained silent and I just listened to him speak. He looked at me, finally. Wyan, tell me. How do you really feel about me? Do you think about the others are better? Listen, Splendy is the most caring, the most. how can I say this? Despite him being the weakest, he always made me feel secure. His smile, everything. He's the only one who understands me. He didn't look quite happy with my words about you. Well, you act all good and stuff, but I know how dangerous you are that you raped me. It really left a little bit of trauma that you will never disappear because of you. Listen, doll. I feel a bit sorry for you, but I don't regret doing this to you. I mean, what do you expect me to be? A caring baby? Someone selfless? I am a sexual offender man, sweetheart. It is my job to do what I'm doing. I'm a heartless monster after all. He said with pride, not to be rude or anything. Fine, whatever. Just get right to the point. Why am I here? You are here to be taken away from my brothers. I know a place where they won't find us. What do you mean? My house? My sister? Then want to go back to the others? The Slender? No, I don't want to. I don't have the heart to leave my sister behind. I was cut off when his tendrils grabbed me and shoved me against the tree with him being a few inches away from my face. Nothing matters now. It is just the two of us. He spoke quietly as he slowly leaned closer. I used my hand to push him away. No, I'm not doing this again. Leave me alone. Well, try to shut up. You're making things harder. He tried to kiss me, but I slapped him hard and started running with all my will. Shit. Get back here, you little bitch. I didn't stop running towards the village as I cried for help. Soon enough, people noticed me and started to run toward me. I fell on my knees as they supported me. What happened, young lady? A man around 15 asked me. Monsters. They help monsters? A woman questioned. Wyan, come here, baby. Everyone looked in fear as the giant monster not far away from us. Two armed men grabbed their guns and started shooting as two other men with a woman started helping me run away deeper into the village. Those people warned the whole village as they hid and grabbed weapons. The brown-haired around her late 40s guided me to her house and hid me inside her closet. She hugged me close and calmed me down as I hugged her and cried to her chest. Don't worry, we're gonna take care of it, whatever it is. But we have to be quiet. The woman whispered to my ears and nodded very quickly. After 20 minutes, the whole place was dead silent. No sound, nothing. The woman and I kept silent inside the closet. I asked her if I could go or put aside to check the place, but she forbade me from doing so, explaining that it could be too risky and that the monster would still be out there. Of course, I listened to he and didn't push any further until it smells like something's burning and it's getting really hot in here. The woman said as she found some trouble breathing. Feeling anxious, dared to open the closet as I saw fire entering the house. We could get burned! Out the woman, get outside as she coughed. Before we could reach the exit, she fell down and started coughing. Only exit was blocked by fire, but there was enough for us to fit. I didn't know what caused the fire, but I knew Fender was still looking for me. I didn't have time to scream for help. He would have to take me back. However, I couldn't let this innocent and kind woman die because of my selfish acts. She needed help, and I couldn't make it out of the house saving both of us. So I had three choices. Either call a Fender, save both of us, and accept the punishment. Either try and get this woman out alive, or just let her die so I can save myself. If you choose to call Fender, I don't want this at this point. I really don't want to read this. This is complicated. This is fucking complicated as hell. If you choose to call for a Fender, no. I already burned down a whole village while attracting him to it. People only wanted to help me, but instead I brought terrific unluck to them. I couldn't let another innocent person die because of me. Who cared about the punishments I would receive? I yelled close and yelled as loud as my lungs could. Offenderman, help us! Within a minute, Offender appeared right in front of me with purple-eyed smoke surrounding him as if he was summoned the devil himself. I already had fallen to the ground, coughing as a woman had already fainted. Offender smiled. I knew you'd call for me, sweetheart. And with that, he jiggly took Ryan between his arms and lifted the woman with his tendrils as he teleported away. Time skip! Ryan slowly opened her eyes to find herself so more comfortable and nice smelling. It didn't take her long to notice that herself laying was on Offenderman's bare chest as he laid on a big red bed with roses around it. She gasped as she pulled herself away from him, shoving his pale tendrils away from her body. Hello, Ryan. What the? Where is she? Oh, she? Oh, that woman? Don't worry, I left her somewhere a bit far where the people can find her. Don't worry. She didn't speak as she stared at her arms. Where am I? Somewhere away from your house, you know? Offender chuckled. Ryan stood silent and stared at her arms, emotionless. What's wrong? I just want to die. That's all. She regretted saying that. She was hardly pinned to the wall as he growled at her. Never fucking say that again. Ryan smirked, giving up, not caring the consequences. She was sick and tired of this. She wanted this to end. I said I want to die. And what will you do about it? Offender chuckled and slowly forced her to smell a rose. I'll change your mind. Okay, well, this is kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. This is very sad. This is upsetting. This is just sad. I don't know if I want to cry or, like, not. I really don't know. Because, like, this is really, really freaking sad. Am I probably gonna post this? I'm not honestly sure, because if I do and you guys do see this, I'm going to be putting a giant, enormous trigger warning in the beginning, in the middle, and the parts where it starts, because this is just, this is just, as you can tell from my, like, oh my goodness, this is not good. Yeah, this is not good. This is really sad. I do love the details and everything, but this is very sad. Very fucking sad. Like, I want to personally go cry in the corner. Literally go cry in the corner. I want to cry in a corner because I want to go cry in a fucking corner. You know, I just really want to cry. But because I feel so sad and I feel so sad for this poor Ryan. She does not deserve this. Never deserved it. I just want to cry. I feel so sad for her. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Guys, I don't think there is much stories like that anymore. Oh my goodness, because I swear, these make me so sad. But again, it's just a story, guys, and I'm glad that we don't have to deal with Yanderes that much. Hopefully you guys don't have to deal with Yanderes, but oh my goodness, this got sad real quickly. And it is a little bit confusing, but I am 100% sure that I have read all the parts. I am 3,000% sure I did. Because literally, look, I'm gonna go back because this glitched a little bit. Oh no, don't glitch on me, fool. This happens sometimes. Anyways, as you can see, there's Yandere Chinderman, but that's another one. Waiter Brothers, that is another one. That was another one I checked earlier. Yeah, these right here are like another ones. And yeah, so this is quite sad. I'm not gonna lie. I think I cried like inside of my brain like 3 million times as this got deeper and deeper. Um, yeah, all I want to do is cry. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Yo, girl, is just gonna be crying in the corner. Bye and peace.